And it's a common thought. The moment that people heard that Caleb Williams wasn't playing in the first preseason game, oh, Ben Johnson, no, he's not ready, this, all that. And while I could say this, right, I'm somebody that I think understanding and agreeance are two very different things. I don't have to agree with you to understand where your point is rooted from. And while I'm going based off what Ben Johnson says, and I'm taking it at face value for now until I see otherwise. But I can't say that I don't understand the people that have the standpoint and have the question of, is Ben Johnson protecting, or the Bears as a whole protecting Caleb Williams? I can understand it. Again, don't agree with it at all, but I can understand where those questions come from. And that's the thing, especially when you hear stuff about the offense not being in sync, especially when you hear things about the offense, for example, the starting offense having a rough day of practice after the game. When you hear all these things, it's a question around there, right? And, we shall see. Now, here's the thing. Nick Wright on The Herd said this. My take is everybody but Tom Brady played this weekend and Caleb Williams didn't, which is not correct. And he said this, he's not quite there. We're asking him to do stuff under center, and it was strategic in not playing him. And now, Colin Cowherd is an idiot. And we know this. He's somebody who has turned into a shock jock in a way. But again, I can't necessarily say that those questions are legitimate. His calls went on to ask this: is Ben Johnson protecting Caleb? Is this Ben Johnson protecting himself? I do think it will be a little rocky early as the transition takes place, but I think by Thanksgiving, Colin, Caleb, I believe, is going to look like the player you and I both believe he would be. So, there you go. Some follow-up on it. We've heard a lot of positivity, right? As far as Caleb and Ben Johnson having lunches together in Ben Johnson's office, the relationship there being solid, and that's all great and fine and dandy. You can have a great relationship, but on the field, that doesn't necessarily, yes, a great relationship helps the shorthand on the field. It helps both the coach and your play callers see things the same way, or understand how they're seeing things, and to have that open hand and in that conversation, that's all great. But we cannot deny that one of the reasons and one of the thought processes behind bringing Ben Johnson in here was that he can help develop and get Caleb Williams to the place that we want to be. And it's going to be one of those questions that maintain being around the Chicago Bears, I think, for quite a while. Now, there of course, going to be alarms around every time that Caleb Williams either doesn't do something, doesn't play. It's going to be there when it comes down to it, right? But I think when you look at, for example, The Athletic, they released their quarterback tier rankings, and Caleb Williams ranked at 23 when it came down to it, and talk about the alarming aspect, saying this: he's definitely an A1 talent,